to say. Okay.
Good morning,
Morning.
or sorry, good night for you.
Yeah,
It's Portia. It's Portia.
yes, Portia. So you want to ask about hernia or what do you want to ask about? Something.
I didn't make the time to look into it, to
Okay.
Google the point. I haven't done that yet, and I don't think she's done it yet either. So
Okay.
it
Well,
was for a client. My client, she was actually on the call, but she's shy. So
mm-hmm.
I
Well,
have
I
to.
mean, we have acupuncture points everywhere, so you can certainly, Google yourself and get whatever points there, and then try it because if you don't try, you won't know, right? Acupuncture.
Yes, yes. Um, I'm learning that the vagus nerve has a
Mhm.
lot to do with the with your stomach,
Oh yeah, absolutely. A
with your
lot.
digestion.
A lot. And then when your digestion is not working well, wow, also a lot of problems can happen. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are many doctors who talk about digestion alone. And now I think they're beginning to see that it's the vagus nerve that causes the problems with your digestive system. I mean, it's just logical, right? I mean, when you consume, you eat, and then your digestive system is good, it's going to break it down, isn't it? It's either you go this way, food for the body cells, or go this way, you get it out from your system, right? But if it doesn't break down, where does it go? Big problem. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to be quiet. I'm waiting for questions. How is your network growing? I'll ask you back. All right. David, how is your network growing? Flo, how is your network growing? Warren, I know how your network is growing. Stanley, Portia, how is it going? How is the business going?
For me, Portia, it's kind of slow. I've been really busy with my other work, so I
Okay.
I I haven't really been putting in as much time as I should,
There's
and
nothing
I
wrong with
haven't done the I haven't done the back office stuff either.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that because the beautiful part about this networking business is you can do it part-time, full-time, whatever time you want. But if you decide that you want to do it as in grow the business, then obstacles that you need to overcome. Essentially, that's it. And as you go along, and then you get better, you get sharper, you know how to build the business because it's through the experience, right? Uh, Warren, yes, Warren.
Yes, sir.
So how is your network balancing coming along?
Well, I need to make my left side catch up with my right side now.
Hmm. Yeah, Cora, um, will try to reschedule the meeting because the person whose daughter, I think, has a breast tumor is not available. Uh, in fact, I think she has a problem. She has hypertension. So
Oh,
and Cora was saying, all the more you need to see me. I can solve your hypertension problem. But then, some people, they they want to be kind of like okay before they see you. So let's just wait. Hopefully within a few days I will get to see that person. And Yeah, it will grow, and I think Cora site will grow. Cora and Amy, and you know, uh, the wellness center concept suits them
Yeah,
because they know they
should
know
be fun.
they know a lot
I
of
hope
wealthy
that we can
people
make.
who would like to set up
Yeah,
something like that. I mean, even Amy herself, Amy already has a shop, and all she needs to do is just get the D178, and she's already in business, you know.
I just Googled. There are approximately 20,000 wellness centers in the
Wow.
U.S. None of them know anything about AccuLife.
So that's your market, my friend. We have a US FDA and they don't know about us. Wow. You need
I
somebody to knock
know.
on the doors.
Yeah, there's some people there. Hopefully, we can get them to go check it out.
Get them in. Okay. That is considered warm prospect already because they are already into wellness and they already have a wellness center. They just add on our product. Amazing. That's your list.
And
They're waiting for you. You know, that's why I share with the people in the Philippines. It's the same thing where you have so many beauty and aesthetic centers all over the Philippines. People are
yeah,
into beauty so much, right? And now they can incorporate wellness and they can call themselves wellness and beauty or beauty and wellness, which seems to be the happening thing, even with the aesthetic clinics, you know. And these aesthetic clinics are run by medical doctors, you know,
yeah.
and they're making tons of money because they very high and their clients are the rich and famous, you know. So yeah, there you go. Even in the Philippines, you don't even have to look at the US. It's huge. The market is huge everywhere.
Yeah,
I believe people want to see. To see is to believe. So when I tell them, it's different from when I open one myself. So I'm opening one myself, and then I'll show them. Okay,
thank you.
and yeah, I believe it's going to spread very fast. I myself, to now is already coming to end of the year, November, and yeah, 2 months. I would like to see in the Philippines that we will have ten wellness centers. 10, okay, before end of this month. Either existing ones or fresh ones, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
It'd be good. But I know in the Philippines also, those new ones, they would rather wait. You know why? Because the mayor's permit, um, people are reluctant to set up a new entity end of the year because what's the point of getting the mayor's permit for 1 month? You pay a huge amount, right? Um, as opposed to starting a fresh new corporation or DTI business entity and get a mayor's permit at the beginning of the year. You get a full 12 months, right? Makes sense, right? So yeah, it's okay. But I'm targeting because in life, in sales, in business, we must have a target. You know, we don't just shoot the need a target. We need something to aim at. And I'm looking at 30 wellness centers within the next first quarter of next year. That's my target.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
People say aim for the sky. If you don't reach the sky, at least you touch the clouds, right? I aim for 30. If I don't get 30, I get 20. So what? Isn't it good, Warren? Yeah.
Amen. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got 12 indicated, and I've been procrastinating calling.
Mhm. Yeah.
I need to just get with it.
Yeah. And by middle of the month, I'm sorry, middle of the year next year, I'm looking at about 100.
Wow.
Yeah. You see, the 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 simple logic is this. Now, let's say you are an investor, Warren. You have the money, and I tell you, Warren, I'm this company is good. It has one wellness center. Yeah, you say, okay, that's good. It has one. Now, if I approach you and I say, Warren, this company already has 30 wellness centers, and these are all the addresses, these are all the contact numbers. They're all over, scattered all over the Philippines. Would you like to have the same business? When you are being presented that there is one, and when you are being presented that there are already 30, would you get excited when I tell you that there are already 30 and I can show you?
Yes.
Absolutely. So when I can tell people there are 20 or 30 already, to 100, it's not difficult. You know what I mean? Right?
Right.
But to get the first 10 is tough, right? But it's okay. I have friends, I have network, I have people who trust in me, who believe in me. And I want to aim for 10 before end of this year. So once I have 10, then by January, I talk to another person. Oh, by the way, I already have 10 and their location are here, 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 here. That person will say, yeah, I want it. I want it this spot, right? It's like putting a flag, isn't it? Right?
Amen.
Yeah. And then when it gets to 20 and then it gets to 30, wow. It's a wow, isn't it? And then when we get to 50, just Philippines itself, then I'm also working on Vietnam now, right? Wellness centers in Vietnam. And imagine, then the rest of the world will be looking at how many you have, how many you have. It's gonna grow. It's kind of contagious, you know. It's gonna grow. So it's first mover advantage is what you see, what is the potential, what is the vision that you have. Uh, I can sponsor downline, all right? But that downline can either be with me or it can go to another company. Are you with me, Warren? That happens, right? But if
Yes.
I sponsor a wellness center, that wellness center is going to stay. You see the difference? And that wellness center will have regular clients coming in, right? From the neighborhood, from the surroundings, and these customers who, patronize the wellness center, they're gonna buy the iDoc and buy the D178 time and time again. Am I right?
That's right.
And the PV will go up to the owner of the wellness center, and the PP is going to be your downline if you are the one who sponsor the wellness center. Okay. So if you see that and you visualize and then you act on it, and you have wellness centers left and right, what would happen to your income? No business already.
Amen.
Imagine if you have a percentage of Jollibee or Chowking or every, you get a picture?
Yes.
Now we're giving you the same opportunity. You can have all these so-called centers like franchise under you, and you earn overriding. You don't want it? You
Sounds
see?
good to me.
It sounds great. And how much does it cost to own a business in the Philippines? A lot, right? To even buy a cheap franchise, it costs millions peso, right? Easily. How much does it cost to set up a wellness center like ours? One D178 plus two iDog. It's less than 300,000 peso. Am I right? 300,000.
Yeah. If you already have a
Exactly.
business,
So maybe
you don't have
you
to.
you 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 get another extra 200 just to spare because you have to incorporate the company or DTI or whatever business registration. You need to rent. You need to pay the rental 2+1, that kind of thing. And then let's just say an additional 200,000 for 500,000 peso or less than 10,000 US dollar. You can have a traditional business dealing with medical device, a wellness center. FDA approved. And
FDA
soon,
approved.
FDA approved in the Philippines too. So,
How is that? How long for that?
middle of next year.
Takes a
Okay.
little while.
Yeah, it takes a while. It's a medical device, but it's okay. Once they grant me the license to operate, we are okay. And when you're still small, nobody will care about you. It's only when you're big.
Oh,
So you must have that vision. Once you have that vision, then you can grow very big because nothing happens if you don't do anything. Nothing will happen.
that's right.
That's why we have these great products sitting there for years and years and years and nothing happened. Because nobody did anything.
And it will be given to you. But if you don't ask, if you don't seek, not.
I mean, look, there are days that you don't want to talk to anyone. There are days that you don't want to do the uncomfortable stuff, right? But then again, days that when you kind of talk to people that excites you, right? So the roller coaster ride every day is like that, isn't it? But if you see the vision or the light at the end of the tunnel, whatever you want to call it, and you pursue it and you go with your what 20 over 1,000 wellness centers. I'm sure there are more. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine? You Google and you find how many wellness centers in the Philippines? A lot also. How many aesthetic and beauty clinics in the Philippines? A lot also. In Malaysia, there's a lot also. And
Yes.
the aesthetic centers in Malaysia are making tons, tons. All right. And don't you think they will be fascinated with a product like this? It can be incorporated into their aesthetic center. For sure. You know that these aesthetic centers in, let's say, Malaysia and they have clients who just go there to visit every day and pay because they want to feel good. They have tons of money, right? And most of these rich people, they are stressed. Oh yeah. They're highly stressed and they just want to go to a place to make them feel good again. Our medical devices can do that. Okay. So it's all about what is it that you want to do that determines what will happen 6 months from now. That will determine 1 year from now. If you don't want to do anything, that's fine also. But if you want to do something, what is it that you want to do? And how do you do it? What is your plan? What is your game plan? You want to play any sport or anything you want to play, there must be a game plan, right? If there's no game plan, how can you win, isn't it? You want to play to win, right? So if you decide that this is something that you want to do as a business, then you must have a game plan. Or if you're like Porsche, contented working, that's fine. That's okay also. That's what I told Porsche. That's fine. That's all right, you know. You can be a part-timer. But if you seriously want to make this as a business to create residual income for yourself, okay, look at the business model that we're talking about. It's not just sponsoring individuals, it's sponsoring business entities. Wow. It's a
Yeah.
wow. Look at the business model. It's very sound, very sound. I've looked at it from top to bottom, left and right to whatever. I've looked at all angle, and I think it means, and later on to the rest of the world. Because if I tell you, you will not believe. I had the first quarter and 100 in the first half. Doable, doable. Even if I don't do 100, I do 50. Hey, you can, you can clap. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. And centers scattered everywhere. We can do diagnostic for a lot of people, free. That is the business model. We do free diagnosis so that people will come, right? And use our product, right? The D178 or the ear clips or buy the machine. So we want to funnel them in. We want to draw, and in that process, we give them free diagnosis. Isn't it a wonderful thing? Our medical mission, right?
Amen.
God will love us. The universe will love us. We're doing a good deed. We're doing a good thing for humanity. We should be proud of ourselves, right? So I don't know. I have this good feeling about this, and I'm so excited. So on November 8th, I'm gonna have the opening, and all the people who attend, I'm gonna give them a free voucher. Right? I'm gonna give a free voucher that they can redeem 30 minutes on D178 for free. They try it, the physical room itself, right? They know where it is. They sat there, they test the thing, and they feel good. Next thing you know, they're gonna recommend people because why? I give 20% referral fee for bringing a customer to the center, right? And then they want to sign them up as their downline. Then they get to earn more, right? And then their downline do the same. So the duplication starts. Okay. At least there is a place, there is a company, there is a proper place that they can say, ah, this is how the wellness center looks like. And then some of them will say, okay, I want to have one in my province. Because it doesn't cost a lot, right?
Yeah.
And people love to do good things, people good deeds. People love to do anything to do with health, right? It's a good thing.
Yeah,
People
it's
like
a
people
great
like
product.
yeah, people like that. So far, you know, something exciting happened a few days ago, and I'm just waiting for the opportunity to interview that person. Our Reverend from Ghana, Alan, he has 8D178 in his group. 8. Hello, guys. He has 8. D178, all right? And he has a friend. And his friend has prostate cancer.
Mm.
And his friend was given by the doctor 1 day to live.
Wow.
1 day to live. And this was narrated by Reverend Allen, okay? And even the wife of the patient was already preparing for you know what, right? 1 day to live, prostate. Reverend Allen lent the D178 that he had at that time, he, only one unit at that time, 2.5 hours. Let him use. Not every day, just let him use. And he survived the first day. So he didn't die in 24 hours. Okay. And he used it for 5 times. Time 2.5 hours. Today, this same guy who was given the death sentence by the doctor is now walking.
Amen.
He's now walking.
Do
And
they have, do they
Reverend,
have a
Reverend,
video of it?
Reverend Allen told me guy starts to run. No, 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 don't wait until he runs. Link him up to me so that I can Zoom with him and record an interview with him.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm hoping for that in the next few days, hopefully.
That's a great
That is
testimony.
a great testimony, you know.
One
That
day.
is-
One day left.
So the science behind the D178 is so strong. Why the science? Because in the brochure, in the booklet that comes in the package, which is Taiwan FDA approved, it says that it's going to balance your blood pH. And everything has to be approved. If you cannot balance the blood pH, they cannot write that in the book. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So it's going to do its job. This negative ion machine is going to convert your blood pH into 7.35 to 7.45, right? So when it does that, you will have a high cells dissipate. So it's not that the machine will kill you. It's just that the machine didn't cure the cancer. No, the machine converts the blood to become normal again in that environment, and that your body heal itself. Sounds good? I'm excited. All right, so that is one testimony on cancer. My friend, his father is 85 years old. He's in the Philippines. This is my golf buddy. And his father the father is 85 years old. He started to pee blood.
Uh-oh.
And then at first they thought it's kidney stones no, it's not. And then they did an MRI and they found out that there's a tumor in his kidney. There is a tumor. At 85 years old, you you don't want to do a biopsy, right? So he told me about the problem. Immediately, I sold him the D178. And prior to that, his father used to enjoy walking, eating, right? And now the father is like, before using the D178, when he peed blood, he doesn't like to eat. He doesn't like to walk. You can see the symptoms already, right? Of spiraling downwards. And after using the D178, now his appetite is fantastic. Now the father is walking a lot. So I think by next month, they're going to do another MRI. So I'm waiting for that. And then I'm going to interview. Right. Okay. So, and then we have another one, the breast cancer, stage 3, the lady, the video. So she's going to see her doctor very soon. And then we're going to document that as well. Imagine, all it takes is just one good or two good, fantastic cancer tumor kind of story. What do you think will happen to our wellness center? You tell me. I don't tell you. You tell
Be
me.
popular.
So you need to have that vision, right?
Amen.
Why are people successful? Because they have vision, right? Why the boss of Air Asia has fleets of plane? Because he had that vision. Why all the big, successful? Because they have vision. So you want to be successful, you need to have that vision too. All right. Other than that, you're just a follower. It's okay to follow when you're still in the pioneering stage, right? It's not a bad thing. But we have to create. Like Dr. Bobby and myself, we have to create. Because we are at the we are driving you guys, So we need to create, right? But the science was so good when I first looked at the D178. That's why I try to break it down. I try to make people see it, understand it, and use it, and then the results will come. I never use the Taiwan model, the Taiwan testimonies or even the Malaysian testimonies by the Muslim doctor, I didn't want to use, right? Because I believe our itself will have fantastic testimonies. And I will be the one to interview each and every one of them. Are you with me? So this is going to be very exciting in the months to come, in the years to come. I think, wow, this is just when people hear about us, hope to the hopeless, and we help those people who really need the devices. All right. You know, medical mission, doing charity is different from doing business. You must divorce, you must separate the two. Okay. You decide. I mean, you want to do charity, medical mission, then don't expect money to flow, right? You're just helping people. But if you want business, then you need to target, focus your prospect. All right. And I believe every society will have a class A, class B, class C, class D, especially in the Philippines. If you're targeting the class C and D, they have no money. No matter how good the opportunity is, they cannot come up with the money. Am I right, Warren? But if you talk to the class B and the A, look at Cora. You talk to the Cora and her friends, no problem.
Amen.
$3,750, no problem. Right? So what I'm saying is that if you want to do it as a business, you gotta target the right people. Okay? Charity is charity. You still talk to the wrong people and they have no money. What can you do? Right? They don't even have money to buy the eye dog to do it as a business. You see? So when I start a network, I prepare my name list. I carefully select them. In the network marketing business, I select whom I want to work with. I don't simply work with anyone. Not anyone can be my downline. You see, that is a big difference. Okay, that's a big difference between a lot of the people out there and people like myself and Bobby. Because why? I choose whom I want to work with. Are you good enough to be my leader? Are you good enough for me to spend my time to work with you to help you grow? You don't have the right credibility, you don't have the right commitment, you don't have the right acumen and blah, blah, blah. You may not fit my criteria. And I am spending my time, I'm devoting my time with you, right? At the end of the day, there's no result, and I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to get depressed. I'm going to get, you know what I mean? No, 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 no. So I choose whom I want to work with, right? If you look at a corporation, this is like I am choosing my board of directors. I'm choosing my senior management. I'm choosing whom I want to work with in my organization. None of them get to choose me. I get to choose them. So with that kind of approach, you don't get hurt. With that kind of approach, that you don't get like, you know, uh, feeling like belittled by the people who rejects you. And no, 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 no. Because you are the one who decide whom you want to work with. So your team must be solid. So I know some of you still new, so you are still selecting your people. Yeah. When they buy, you see their commitment, you filter them. Some of them are just in here for the part-time or, you know, that's okay. Then you give them your part-time also. If some of them are full-time, then you give them your full-time also. You know what I mean? Right? So this business is amazing, right? If someone shows me the part-time commitment, I also give the part-time commitment back. You reciprocate the same way. If someone shows you the energy and the credibility and everything is there, wow, I'm with you, man. I support you. Tell me, when can we Zoom or when can we meet? When can we see? You get a picture? Right? So that's why, Warren, When I first met 82-year-old and an 85-year-old, two sisters in Robinson Galleria,
Yeah.
right? I know they have credibility straight away, right? And they know a lot of people who needs these devices straight away, right? And immediately you see how it's going to grow, despite the fact that she's 82 years old. I respect her. I salute her, really. You know,
Amen.
that's how it is. So it doesn't matter if you're 82 years old or 25 years old, commitment level, right? And also the credibility and the right people. It's a business. Because it's a business, I'm devoting my time, right? So I got to spend my time in the business with the people who are most likely to produce. If it's charity, it's charity. Otherwise, I go and play my golf, isn't it? I go and do my hobby. I go to my gym, right? You know what I mean? So when you do a job, when you focus, you do. Other than you go and play, you go and do your own stuff, right? Then life is harmonious in a way. You don't get stressed, okay? Because you have production and you have your own personal life and you don't get hurt. You see, a lot of people in sales, in networking, they get hurt because they they expect that somebody to buy. Oh yeah, that's number one. Number two, they expect that somebody to sponsor other people, right? And then what if the person doesn't sponsor? What if the person is not like you? What if the person doesn't see the big picture? What if the person is a part-timer? What if there's so many ifs and buts and whatever, right? Familiar? That's a typical networker's life. So unless you're able to overcome that, see that, understand that, you're gonna get hurt. And you're gonna say, oh, this business cannot do. Then why are other people still successful in the same business? You go to Amway, thousands of people will say Amway cannot do. But why are there still top Amway people who have been doing Amway for decades and still six figure, whatever figure? You know what I mean? And thousands of people will say insurance agency cannot do. And there are still people who are at the top running successful general insurance or whatever insurance, life insurance. They're still there. In every industry, there are always people at the top. So you look at yourself. Have you chosen the right industry? If you have, are you committed enough? Are you dedicated enough? Are you chosen the right people to work with? Are you focusing in the right market? Are and there's so many questions, right? And what do you do every day? I'm sure there's a lot of time wasted every day. Then you probably sit down having coffee and doing nothing, procrastinate. So, are you doing what you should be doing? Are you contacting people? Are you, because this is a people business, isn't it? Now we have a special formula for you. Wellness center, aesthetic beauty. So if you can go and convince these people, they're just sitting there waiting for you, waiting for us. Don't you think? Warren, don't you think?
I,
They're
I
waiting for us.
it's a good business model.
It's a good business model that can help make money for them. That's why they want to talk to you, right? If the devices cannot help them make money, they're not gonna talk to you.
Right.
It can, and it will. And the credentials behind these products are amazing.
The therapy is really inexpensive. Uh, to go to
Very.
a wellness center, it doesn't cost a lot of money.
That's what Reverend in Ghana plans to do, setting up wellness centers in Ghana.
You can help the poor with a wellness center.
Yeah, because the medical fees, the medical cost is so high in Ghana. Okay.
Amen.
And then there are doctors who get disillusioned because they're not curing people. They know that. They know they're not curing people.
I love your saying about to avoid the most expensive bed,
Yeah,
the hospital bed.
exactly.
Yeah, I share that.
That is very expensive and it's waiting. It's waiting.
Amen.
You know, the medical hospitals today, they are, I don't know, but let's say in Malaysia, for example, first they ask you, do you have a medical card? Once they know you have a medical card, wow, you have a doctor from every department that will come and do something so that because nowadays the doctors they are separated into orthopedic or gynae or they're all separated already. So even though they know, but it's not in their confine, they will get another doctor to come, right? So there'll be charges after charges after charges because on top of them is probably a CEO in a hospital who is not a medical doctor. And the CEO will say, "Oh, how come your production this month is or last few months is so low? You are not going to sit on the board or whatever." You know what I mean? The CEO of the hospital gives them kind of quota, that they have to hit. Oh, it's amazing. I tell you, the more I talk about this
Yeah,
medical, yeah,
so
yeah,
many specialists.
but it's a reality. It's a reality.
Yeah,
You cannot deny it's a real. I've got doctor friends. I got classmates who are surgeon, cardiovascular surgeon. I've got classmates who are what orthopedic, and I'm 60 years old, and I come from a top schools all the way. So all my classmates, they are all, I'm a lawyer and they are doctors and they're engineers. So it's a reality. It's a harsh
and they're
reality,
all
but
subservient to the FDA.
yeah. Because when you work in hospital, for example, like my friend in Glen Eagles in Malaysia, right? Then he is like a consultant, okay? So whatever he charges the client, there is a percentage that goes to him, the balance goes to the hospital. So it's like profit sharing, you know what I mean? Right? So they need to do a certain amount of operation or whatever every every month. It's it's crazy. I don't know, it's so much money floating around. And who suffers? The patients, right? The family, isn't it? So unfortunately, that's the way it is. So okay, guys, cut it short since there are no questions. Are there any questions? Florence, do you have anything?
Hi,
Yes.
can you post the address of your clinic? That's
Uh,
gonna be
yeah,
so
I
I could.
think yeah, it's in the Facebook group. Are you in the Facebook group?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll check there.
Yeah, put a poster there. Mhm.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
And I have two things I want to talk to you about after the Zoom.
Okay. After the Zoom, you can call me. No worries.
All right.
All right. Anyone else? Anything about nothing, huh? Everyone is cool. Okay then. So we'll just end this. Thank you and good night. Warren, I'll call you. Bye.
All righty.